Hello again, Year 6, Tuesday, 12th of January lesson today for your big read. Whizzing through January already, nearly midway through. So let's have a look at today's WALT. Very similar WALT to yesterday. In fact, we've got a very similar WALT for our big read for the first couple of days of this week. But today, rather than looking at literal retrieval questions, I'm going to be asking you to have a bit of a look at some vocabulary questions. So that is looking at word choices, why the author has made those choices, what words might mean, that sort of thing. So our WILF, again, very similar. In fact, it might even be the same as yesterday. Read a text carefully with attention to detail. This is where it changes slightly. Identify any/all vocabulary that you are unsure of and use the context, that's where it is in the sentence and what's around it, to define the words. And then finally, answering questions with accuracy and the correct level of detail. So, much like yesterday, we're looking at chapter 4 today, or at least we're looking at the beginning of chapter 4, and you'll see how far we go as the questions will come up alongside each page, and the answers to those questions will come from that page. So, just like yesterday, what I'm going to ask you to do is pause the video on each screen when you see the questions, and then have a go at answering them. When it's done, I'll speak to you again at the very end just to tell you that it is finished, and I will then see you in the English lesson, or speak to you at least in the English lesson. For now though, let's have a look at the questions, pause on each screen, have a go at answering them. Okay, as you saw, went slightly too far. That is the last of your questions. So have a go answering those 12, then make sure you have sent your answers to me. What I'd like to see you doing is either writing out the question and then answering it, or I'd like to see you explaining what the question is in your answer. So the word derelict means da-da-da-da, if you're doing it that way. Okay, look forward to seeing those. Speak to you again when we move on to the English. But for now, goodbye.